Instagram is no longer just a medium where you can connect with your friends and share your photos. Since 2018, it has become a powerful platform that has been used to announce your name to large audiences and to start a new business. So much so that Instagram's mobile advertising revenue is expected to reach an estimated $6.8 billion by the end of this year. The revenue was $1.8 billion 2 years ago. Instagram today, many mothers who have to take care of their housewives, or stay at home, are successful hat designers. It can turn corporate company employees into travelers. Therefore, your idea of being Instagram phenomenon, in other words influencer, or using Instagram as a tool to announce your brand to large audiences is not unreasonable. In this article, we will present sections from our interviews with Instagram phenomena that have managed to take their place in Instagram, and talk about what you need to do to become an Instagram phenomenon or influencer with their guidance. Thus, you will be one step closer to sharing your brand with the world and creating your own audience. When it comes to the phenomenon, most of you think of people who have made a fame with an Instagram account, right? However, this is not exactly the case, at least for the Instagram phenomena I talked about. The common attitude that I noticed during my interviews with these people who had Instagram influencer or phenomenon was this: the word celebrity disturbed most of them. You ask why? I think the word in question meant something that was less important, not what those people were aiming for. For example, one of the Instagram phenomena, which manages a page with 40,000 followers on beauty and travel, said the following: "Don't try to become an Instagram celebrity. Do a good job and use the app as your inspiration, not as a competitive tool." As you can see, fame and effect represent two different success criteria in Instagram. While fame is measured by a certain number of values, the effect is interpreted as something a little less quantitative, with the deep, authentic bond that you build with your followers. Now let's start examining the process of becoming Instagram phenomenon under the light of this information. How to become a phenomenon on Instagram? We will examine this process under 6 headings. 1. Make sure you have original content. 2. Even if your brand is changing, you stay authentic and have the flexibility to keep up with change. 3. Focus on your target audience. 4. Choose to work with micro brands. 5. Improve your photography skills. 6. Don't give up. It is certain that creating original Instagram content will make a positive contribution to your efforts to create a wide range of social impact, but it is as important as your authenticity effort to be able to go through all the steps I mentioned above. Here's what you need to do to leave a mark on Instagram and go beyond being an ordinary user and turn into a phenomenon. 1. Make sure you have original contents. All of the Instagram phenomena I spoke to agreed that you personally experienced your posts and you should use real content. Therefore, you should focus on quality rather than quantity when it comes to content. Instead of constantly posting mediocre posts, you should share premium quality content, even with less frequent time intervals. I think this would be a very correct approach. It should also apply to all kinds of platforms for content creation. Because your target audience will prefer a few high-quality, sophisticated posts rather than being exposed to thousands of stories, videos, photos or situations that are not of interest. The reality of the content you share and having experienced the content in question is just as important as the quality you will offer. Let's not forget, you should also avoid comparing yourself with others in your content. Considering the thousands of accounts that you are followers of and who are jealous of their posts, brand images, I can imagine how difficult it is to remain authentic. So much so that even me, an ordinary Instagram user, I can be tempted to show a much more garish life on Instagram and come to the point of abandoning my honesty principle in the sharing of my life. And we are not alone. Our 2 female phenomena, which create child-friendly, healthy recipes and have more than 600,000 followers on their Instagram accounts, sometimes state that they feel like us, but they advise us to remain authentic despite everything and always be ourselves. This means that in any environment, online or offline, you must stick to yourself, your principles and your personal brand. A fitness phenomenon with approximately 150,000 followers offers some advice on creating niche for your Instagram content. I've heard a lot of things have been said about finding your niche or feature that stands out and using it in your Instagram content, but the truth is that sharing your true self with your followers causes you to build a stronger, more intimate connection with people, thereby gaining more followers and creating a bigger network of interactions. Finally, let us listen to a traveler with more than 270,000 followers. He claims that brand loyalty is critical in this process. For this reason, you should be ignoring every job offer that comes before you and be selective. The degree of your loyalty towards your brand or Instagram identity is directly proportional to the loyalty your followers will show you. So even if accepting the first sponsorship offer you received seems like an attractive idea, you should focus on partnering with brands that will add value to your followers for long-term growth. To maintain your uniqueness, but also have the flexibility to adapt to change when necessary. When you examine the accounts of Instagram Phenomena, you can feel that they use the app in a brand-specific insight, at least I always felt that way. To confirm this, I asked one of the Phenomena with more than 140,000 followers, working on health and fitness, if he had an idea of how to create a brand when creating his Instagram account. He told us, I wanted to achieve a goal like sharing my point of view with all its originality in my lifetime. Moreover, during those first periods when I opened my page, I had just moved to Istanbul and I did not know anyone yet. It happened when my followers started to increase, but then I realized that I have a real platform where projects, communities and brands can be the darkest defender. I mean, the brand I created about 3 years ago started to evolve from day to day, and I even carried my identity of being an original fashion and beauty person to become a competitive athlete. I couldn't have imagined it in the early days, but as my brand changed, my life changed. When it comes to Instagram, the only way to stay true and authentic, although it sounds ironical, is to be open to change. If your followers believe that they can see you real, they can talk about the existence of a strong bond they have established with you, they will go with you, follow the same path in the world of Instagram and throughout their real-life journey, and they want to grow and change together. 3. Focus on your target audience. While talking about creating a brand identity on Instagram, we talked about you need to be both original and open to change at the same time. Now let's talk about why this is so important. Let's talk about the concept of loyal followers. The person who wants to become an Instagram phenomenon cannot do this without building a strong community or establishing a strong bond with their followers. That's why you should always make sure to focus on adding value to your target audience and focus on what will make you truly unique. Ultimately, the Instagram phenomenon includes some professionalism like many other roles in life, so it is extremely important to think about what you will promise your followers. A fashion phenomenon with approximately 350,000 followers explains this issue with the following statements. The first step should definitely be to find your niche, and then you should determine how to serve your followers. This service can be related to almost anything, from combination suggestions to discovering new brands or new shopping routes. All you need to pay attention to in this process is to focus on staying true to your essence rather than trying to be everything for everyone. When people believe that you are an accessible person, they do not hesitate to contact you. They ask you to be honest and share everything about yourself without any discrimination. There is a reason why the #NoFilter hashtag has been used 235 million times. More than the hash sponsorship, which does not exceed 400,000. After all, Instagram is a platform that aims to unite real people through their real experience. Therefore, your priorities should be to share your followers in your life struggles, so that they can be as happy as your success. 4. Prefer to work with micro brands. After creating a brand and creating a loyal follower audience for your brand, you may feel ready to be reached and approved by certain brands. However, Nike or L'Oreal etc. Using a method to send messages to work with large brands may not be a good starting strategy. Our phenomenon with more than 140,000 followers emphasizes the importance of working with small brands in this context. Micro brands in Instagram are great in that they are small businesses open to trade. Moreover, they are also pursuing followers just like you. If you are an influencer with less than 30,000 followers, it is best to start by creating a commercial product that you will get paid for. Just like you have just stepped into the Instagram market, that is, you should focus on finding a micro business on the same ship where you like the service product they offer equally. Such companies are much more likely to talk about you or use your posts on their own accounts. How will you find micro brands? You can take advantage of websites that offer tools and methods on Instagram marketing. It is also possible to reach micro brands by scanning the hashtags related to your expertise. For example, the #LİASM tag will take you to other brands or influencers in a similar industry. Once you find the brands you want to work with, you can send them a message directly or contact them via email. Finally, let us listen to what the two food influencers with over 110,000 followers have to say. One of our favorite things to do is to work with small brands or new restaurants that still haven't heard their voices and are looking for someone to tell their stories. We prefer to include only what we really care about or experience in our Instagram stream. We do not focus on the income portion in the background of the content or even take into account items that do not match our personal brand, because we believe these are against the spirit of influencer marketing, Instagram marketing. 5. Improve your photography skills. In photo sharing, most of the time, your phone or Instagram filters seem to be enough. Sometimes they do. However, if you want to separate yourself from an ordinary Instagram user and become a phenomenon, you should share much better quality photos and invest in photo and video equipment as much as possible. It is a professional camera and a quality lens that makes the difference between a good photo and a perfect one. Such equipment increases the potential for your posts to be published repeatedly by other accounts, so your audience grows even bigger. It is imperative that you make an extra effort to separate yourself from ordinary users. To improve your skills, you should spend money on equipment and photography courses. It is a great idea to invest in equipment, but if you do not know how to use the equipment in question, your purchases will be of no use to you. Skillshare etc. You can take advantage of skill training sites or attend YouTube lessons on photography or the basics of photo editing. After taking these trainings and bringing your knowledge to satisfactory levels, you can move on to the next level, using quality equipment. Ultimately, your goal is to deliver value to your followers. For this reason, just like other service areas in the world of Instagram, using appropriate tools or taking online courses will enable you to achieve bigger returns in the long run. As with any business, one of the most important components of success on Instagram is determination and not giving up quickly. Therefore, we advise you to be patient and love yourself. Do not give up, continue your posts, shares. You will improve over time. If you only focus on numbers, you will not only turn this business into a race, but instead focus on the meaningful content you share, continue to be proud of your work and continue working hard. Being an Instagram phenomenon is not as easy as it seems. Although it seems like a very high business, you should be willing to take time to come to this point. Your passion for the content you will offer will help you skip difficult times. In a nutshell, publish content that you are passionate about, connect original and authentic.